Okay, and we've got a very special guest joining us. I'm so excited because we wanted to have Adele Tippett on all weekend, but you've been too busy puzzling. So this is GMA Twitch, or GMA Puzzles, right? And she is hugely popular on Twitch with folks who like to puzzle and chat with Adele. And so we're so excited she could be on because you've been competing, and so then I can't have you on the stream.
Right.
Now today you're getting to watch the final.
I am so happy about this. My one of my favorite puzzlers, well, everybody knows Karen is my idol, right? But Kyoko, who is also a Twitch streamer, and I'm always bragging about him, and I tell everyone that if anybody goes live in the Jigsaw Puzzle community on Twitch, that if you don't shout out Kyle on your live stream, that we'll kick you out of the community. So everybody knows that.
So you said Kyle Ko. Is that Kyle Kosen?
Yeah, Kyle Kosen. But on stream it's Kylko.
Okay,
so,
right.
Yep. Yeah, well, I mean, how did you get started doing jigsaw puzzles on Twitch? I know you did a panel this weekend. I wish I could have gone to it because I just want to know more. And so, tell us about this journey that you've been on.
Kids created an account for me. I was just at home. I would puzzle every day, 2 and 3 puzzles a day, and but
so you're
I was
quick.
I was pretty before speed puzzling. I was kind of quick as a casual puzzler.
Yeah.
But so I would do 2 and 3 puzzles a day. And then I became a mod on Twitch. The kids created an account because I was just so lonely and depressed, right? They was like, we have to have something for Mom to do. They created an account for me to follow my son in his Warzone competition. So it was mainly a gaming platform. And so I went on. I started meeting some of the people in the chat, and I ended up becoming a mod for a lot of different streamers, including Anthony Davis of the Los Angeles Lakers, right?
Oh,
and
wow.
so a lot of people came to know me that way. And they was like, wait, your name is I Just Love Puzzles, so do you really love puzzles? And I was like, look, when I'm not here, that is all I'm doing, right? And they was like, you should stream it. I was like, nobody wants to see a grandmother do jigsaw puzzles on a gaming platform, right? And it turns out I started, and people like watching the grandmother do jigsaw puzzles on a gaming platform. So who knew?
Right.
And I just get on there, and I just learn so much about all of the people that I'm so close to them. And I think that's what that's what draws a lot of people to the stream, because originally there were no puzzlers in the stream at all, right? And they just came to watch me and to listen to me talk. And and then it just kind of, the whole GMA just grew out of that.
Yeah.
I
was just going to say, so you're a grandma figure for lots of people out there, and hopefully they're watching on Twitch and
They
YouTube.
call me the GMA of Twitch.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
So how did AD find you then? Have you communicated with him, Anthony Davis?
They knew that I was a big sports fan. So when I'm in all of the other communities and we're chatting, so whatever the streamer is doing, the chat, we're having our own private conversation outside of the game that they're playing, right? And usually I wouldn't even know what was going on in the game. So I was just there for the company. And so they knew that I love sports. Anthony Davis was going to be starting a stream on Twitch, and they was like, you know what? Adele, GMA, she loves sports. You should have her as your mod. And so he had them contact me and ask me would I do it, and I agreed.
Wow. Well, talk about your following on Twitch. Like, how many followers do you have? How many typically are, like, hanging out with you when you puzzle?
I have over 20,000 followers now, and that is such a big deal because I never, ever saw that coming. And
You're more popular than we are, that's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you this. When I saw that you created an account, I told everybody, I was like, get over there right now and follow that account.
Thank you.
I do everything just to grow the puzzle community as a whole, right? And I always convince them that if you grow the community as a whole, that it will help me. And I know they want to help me.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, yeah, we are excited to be on there for the first time. And you definitely helped helped because we created the channel, I think maybe about a month ago, and within a few weeks we had like 100 followers. And I was like, we haven't even posted anything yet. So you've helped us out, and we hope that that can grow and we can get more and more people interested in speed puzzling. But I know speed puzzling isn't really what you do on your channel, right? So
no.
Yeah.
I'm just a casual puzzler. I do puzzles from up to 2,000 pieces. And when I'm puzzling, the whole thing about the stream is from the first piece to the last, no matter how long it takes, right?
What? With a 2,000 piece?
With the 2,000 piece puzzles. And
are you taking bathroom breaks? And,
I never leave the stream. Well, with this one stream, it was 37 hours straight.
Oh my
So
gosh.
no taking a break, nothing, right? But I did get up. I went to the bathroom twice doing the 37 hour stream.
What? Oh my
but
gosh,
I'm
that's
usually
amazing.
when I sit down to stream, I'm prepared to be there for 16 hours, right?
Okay.
Every single stream.
Wow.
Never any less than 12, because I just enjoy the company so much. And then there are people in so many different time zones that come to see, even though some of them will get the notification and they'll wake up out of their sleep just to turn the stream on, right?
Oh my
but I tell
gosh.
them, look, just wait till your time zone. I'm going to be here for a while,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'll be here when you wake up. So
That's just amazing. So are you like, you're puzzling, but then are you also looking at the chat? And then how are you communicating with folks while you puzzle? And are you telling stories? What do you talk about for those that many hours?
so many stories, right? And the people that have been there for these past 3 years, they've heard most of the stories. I mean, occasionally there's a new one, but they've heard most of the stories. But when they're typing in the chat, so I'm puzzling, and the way that I can milk the puzzle and stay there so I can have the company, right, is that I'm every single time somebody types something in the chat, I respond to every single message.
Wow.
And then you have people that are following. And so there's the most followers in one stream was 793 followers, right?
Wow.
And I recognize every single follower. And so when I'm hoarse at the end and then I look at the number of followers, and I can always point to, that's why, because I'm so excited with everyone that follows, with everyone that comes to the stream. So I want to acknowledge every single person. And usually when you do that, it's good for to grow as a streamer, to acknowledge people. But when they come in, and then you get to learn so many things about their lives, and people like that. When they come in, it's like Cheers, right, where everybody knows your name. So they kind of like it when they come and be like, hey, she asked about my wife. I just got married 4 days ago, right? But I follow them on social media, and so I know a lot of things about the people. But yes, I'm always communicating with the chat, and then it's like puzzling is the backdrop to all of this. And they know I'm going to be there no matter how long I talk. They know I'm going to stay until I put the last piece in.
Wow, that is commitment. I mean, honestly, we talk about commitment here with people, you know, having to sit down and not stop and just, you know, puzzle until they're done. But we're not talking like a 12-hour. I think I'm going to add you to my Belgian team. I don't know if you've heard about this, Adele.
No, I haven't.
I'm dying to get a team together to do the 24-hour competition in Belgium. And I think you just rose up into the like, you need to be there. If you can do 30-some hours with no sleep and puzzling straight through, we gotta talk later.
24 hours is so it's like a 24-hour stream. Some people will announce that they're going 24 hours, right? With me, it's just called GMA's Live. That means it could be a 24-hour stream, right? And so that's usually, but 24 hours. I always say, well, look, everyone knows I'll never be the fastest puzzler. They gifted 40 puzzles for me to practice with. I said, you guys know I'm not going to win. But if there ever was whoever can puzzle the longest, I would win that.
Right? Well,
you're an endurance puzzler,
I
not
mean,
a speed
exactly.
puzzler.
There you are.
You've got the
There you
stamina
go.
going
That
for
is
you.
the
It's
stamina.
yes. Well, I have to ask you, because you are a major puzzler. I mean, what do you think of this image that we're working on right now that these
Did you
pairs
get a
are
chance to see
currently?
that?
I
yet?
didn't. I am just seeing it now, and I'll tell you this. I never liked puzzles that are busy. I came from the old Milton Bradley Big Bend era.
I know what you're
where
talking
you
about.
had a sky with maybe some clouds, a river at the bottom, some grass, and a red barn. And so you knew blue here, green here, right? The water here, and the red barn. And so I come from that era. So those are the kind of puzzles that I like, right? But when it's a lot going on, I always like, it's no way. I'm just not going to do it.
Okay.
Right.
So this wouldn't be your jam, so to speak.
No, it would. I would do it, but and because I do a lot of the puzzles, like if the stream recommends a puzzle, I'll do it. But they know I prefer simpler puzzles.
Okay.
But this one is cute, though.
Yeah,
for
it's very cute.
Because Easter's a week from today, so we've got an Easter egg and a little mini Cadbury eggs over here, and a few things she pointed out. It's called, I forgot again, I mentioned it earlier, Sweet Street.
That would be a nice one. Hey, Ravensburger, this would be a nice one for me to do for Easter. You know, if I had it, you know.
Okay. Hint,
Nudge,
Ravensburger. You know, there just happens to be a few of those folks here today, so we'll see what we can do for you, Adele. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. So one of the things I wonder is, are a lot of the people that are following you on Twitch and interacting, are they also puzzlers, or is it just anyone?
It's just anyone. When I started off, they have what is one of the most coveted things on Twitch is to be a partner on Twitch, right? But you have to average a minimum of 75 viewers every stream, and it's kind of hard to reach that threshold just coming in cold, right? And but I made partner on Twitch without a single puzzler in my community at that time. But now we have where I have introduced puzzling to hundreds of people. We have what we call a unity in the community puzzle along. So everybody, no matter your skill level, we pick out a puzzle, and it's usually the last Sunday, but I'll tell you what, they want us to change to the Sunday before last because they want to participate in the USA JPA puzzle along.
Yes, we have Puzzle Club, on Sundays.
Puzzle Club on the last Sunday, and so they want us to switch, and so we are going to make that change.
Oh, thanks. That's awesome of you, and you know, I hope to see you at Puzzle Club sometime because you've been busy streaming, so there you go. I have to point out, because just off camera, there's a documentary crew here, and they're filming you, and you're part of that project, correct? So what is that like, that you're being featured in a documentary?
Well, since somebody that I really love, and I was so kind, recommended me to this crew, right? And when I thought my stream was life-changing, when I told them that I was going to be filming for this documentary, and they paid for me to come out to LA, and there was this 8-person crew, right? And the crew was there, and I'm thinking there are going to be some other puzzlers here, right? And I get there, and it was only me. I was like, you guys, I have to tell you, they have this whole studio, and it's nobody but me. All of these people are catering to me, all the cameras, all the lights, all the take-twos. It's all about me, right? So when I came back, I was allowed on Twitch because I'm filming for the documentary that now I can use celebrity in my title at Twitch. And everybody is so excited. They are already planning the watch party and everything.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, you're puzzle famous on Twitch, but you're going to be puzzle famous elsewhere, I think, too. We've got a lot of people in the live stream, and so tell them your name on Twitch so they can find you, because lots of people are watching. We have 3,300 people on the YouTube stream right now. So how do they find you on Twitch?
Okay, I Just Love Puzzles everywhere, and it's all just lowercase. I Just Love Puzzles, one word. That's on Instagram, on Twitter, but especially on my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/I Just Love Puzzles, and I'm there almost all of the time. If I am not live streaming on Twitch, I am asleep.
Really? I absolutely love that, because when your family helped get this started for you, did they have any idea what was going to happen and how it would grow?
I'm telling you, when I tell them that, I was like, you guys, look, Kai Cenat, he's like the Twitch streamer of the year, 3 years going, right? He has millions of followers. Berlizzi, Ninjala, there are so many big streamers, but they all know me. I didn't even know all of these people knew me, right? And so when I tell the kids, hey, do you know such and such knows me? They're like, Mom, it's not surprising. This is just who you are. It's like they figured that this would happen because, for one, I like to talk and I like meeting people, right? And they know that I just have a true love for just people, period. And that draws a lot of people to the stream.
People in the chat, it's all go GMA, love GMA. Get over to Twitch, everyone. Everybody's giving you such lovely shout outs.
I love them so much. And they know how much I truly, they know with my whole heart, and I always tell them from the depths of my soul, I love the people that and I get a lump in my throat every time I say it.
Yeah, you're gonna make me cry. So, be careful.
It is so real deep. And when I tell them how much they have changed my life, and now I know that they believe me, right? And I always try to avoid the sad part of it, but I was really just living in a recliner in my home, right? And just every day I was like surprised that I was waking up another day. I'm like, how do I keep waking up? It's like I was so tired, right? And then when they created this account and I started going and I started meeting these people, and then instead of that sadness that I had, I was like going to the doctor. I was doing everything, losing weight and everything, because now I have this fight in me, and I fight to live every single day just so I can be with these people who are my family now.
Oh, that's amazing. That's such a great story. And I do agree with you. The puzzling community, it just can't be beat. Like, everybody is just so generous and lovely. And yeah, what's it been like this weekend? Because there's a lot happening that you guys aren't seeing, right? You're all just watching the competitions at home. But what else have you been doing this weekend? What's all been going on?
I'll tell you what, I really love when I was sitting at the table for the panel and waiting, and I looked over at the door and I saw Bizzles and Bizzles Puzzle. And when I saw her, I was like, that's because these people, when I came the first time, only one person recognized me, Puzzles A to Z, right? And I almost squeezed her to death and when she recognized me. But now all of these other people know me. But what a lot of people don't know, but I think they probably know now, is that each one of them is a GMA to me. And so I'm excited. I don't care if they are just liking or commenting, not just on my post, but on all the other puzzlers' posts, right? I see the people who are there that don't even post themselves, right? But I recognize their names. But when I'm seeing these people, I am thrilled to see, and I want to go, and I want to hug them, and I want to take pictures with them the same way that people are looking now to meet me, right? But and it just really is true that when something is really your life, that you just recognize everybody. You never feel like you're the star, right? It's always about everybody else, and that's the way it is for me.
Oh, I'm telling you, you're making me get all teary-eyed on the live stream, everybody. Sorry, but it's just so lovely to hear that. And I mean, we're just so glad that you could be here this weekend and that you're part of the documentary. I know Ben and Emily, and I was so thrilled when they said that they were going to be featuring you. And it's just warms my heart, and we're so glad you're here. And thanks for joining us on the live stream.
I know that the community is watching. They have I have a Discord, and they created what they call GMA's living room, and they said all the grandbabies will be meeting in GMA's living room, right? And without my permission or knowledge or anything, they created this space, and so they're there, and they've been there. They're cheering for me for Puzzler LG on Twitch, but her name is Lorena, and she's here. She's part of the San Diego Puzzle Gals, and they invited me to be on their team for this weekend. And our own Kyle, we have Metro. We have some people who do those large puzzles. Metro and Puzzle Betty, they do those 18,000 piece puzzles live on their Twitch
Don't do that.
Right?
I would worry you wouldn't get sleep for a week, and you'd end up like in the hospital or something. So be careful. Yes, exactly. Yes, hydrate, Adele.
Right.
No, it's just, like I said, it's just wonderful having you here, and everybody loves you, and you're an icon in the puzzle community. And
Thank you so
just
much.
thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us. Lots of fans in the chat, so we loved having you here, and
Thanks for sharing your story.
Yeah.
It was
All right.
exciting. It was fun.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
All right.
Take care.